Okay, here we have a sample of a 3 horsepower 230 volt electric motor from Marathon. This is pretty common for most of our machines. I want to zoom in here and show you the motor tag. If you look carefully on the motor tag, you've got a part number, a model number, descriptions there, but if you look down the right hand side, you can see it's a 60 hertz, 3 horsepower, 1785 RPM, 230 volt. Then the ratings at the bottom are kind of important. FLA is for full load amps at 13, and then service factor of 1.35, and then a service factor amps is at 16.6. So what they're trying to tell you there is that we're trying to get 230 volts supplied to this motor, plus or minus 10%. And then as well, we want to make sure that we are in keeping on our service factor amps not to exceed 16.6 on the service factor. If full load is 13.3, they'll accept a little bit of variance there, about 3.6 amps off of that rating. But if you're pulling amperage that's any higher than that, you need to make sure that you're making necessary adjustments. Also to the side there, you can see the wiring diagram for the electric motor. You have one for counterclockwise rotation, CCW, and one for clockwise rotation. The L1 and the L2 indicate your power legs, how the motor is to be wired. Every time you receive an electric motor, the wires are just kind of coming out the back of the motor there, and you actually have to pair the wires in correspondence with the diagram to make sure that you can get them hooked up such that the motor will rotate in the direction that you want it to. Normally speaking, the wiring connections are taking place behind this electrical connection box here on the side. Alright, and that's where you would wire nut together your wires to make your final connections. Now up here on top, what we have is a housing. Inside of this housing is contained your start cap. If you remove the housing, you've just got a couple of screws there that hold that down. What's contained within is the actual start cap. You have one for start, and you have one start cap for run. So there's 2 winding sets in an electric motor. Usually, if we're having difficulty with a low voltage situation, we'll burn the start cap on the start side of the motor. You've got 3 terminal connections in here. You need to make sure that if you get a new start cap, here goes a new start cap, that the wires, that you pay very careful attention to how the wires are located on the start cap, and that they go back onto the new start cap in the same sequence. And if you look at this one, it says there's a T5, and then there's another mark here. It says we got T dash STX dash D. Basically, all you have to do to replace this is pull these tabs off, replace them onto the new start cap, put the new start cap on the motor, and replace the cover. And you're in good shape. You should be able to wire the motor back, and you should be good to go. If you have any questions, make sure you give the guys at the air compressor company a call. You can reach them at area code 330-536-9665. Thank you.